Shop the Sherwin-Williams Super Sale and get 40% off paints and stains September 19th through the 24th. With prices starting at $29.39, it's the perfect time to transform your space with color. Whether you're looking to revamp your interior or exterior, we have you covered with bold hues, soothing neutrals, and everything in between. Visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store or shop the sale online. Delivery available on qualifying orders. Click the banner to learn more. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Now, the greatest radio shows of all time.
Suspense.
The Shadow Node.
Washington calling David Harding, counter-spy.
Classic radio theater.
The Great Gildersleeve.
Fibber McGee and Molly.
Dragnet. Gunsmoke.
The Lone Ranger.
Now, step back into our time machine with your host, Wyatt Cox.
Good evening, friends of the Inner Sanctum.
Westerns on this Saturday with episodes of Jimmy Stewart as the Six-Shooter, Gene Autry's Melody Ranch, John Dehner as Paladin in Have Gun Will Travel, and William Conrad as Marshal Dillon in Gunsmoke. And we'll wrap it all up with Fibber McGee and Molly. That's all straight ahead on this Saturday. This is the 20th day of September, 263rd day of the year, 102 days remaining in 2025. Today's the birthday of Marty Lundy. Marty Lundy, and of twins Matthew and Gunnar. The singing duo had a famous father who himself was a child star. Do you know who they are? I'll tell you about that in a minute, in case you didn't know. 1519, Ferdinand Magellan set sail with about 270 men on his expedition to circumnavigate the globe. Chester A. Arthur inaugurated on this date in 1881 as the 21st President of the United States. The first gasoline-powered car debuted on this date in 1891 in Springfield, Massachusetts. James Meredith, an African-American, barred from entering the University of Mississippi in 1962.
And so this is what it's come down to here in the Houston Astrodome. The long-awaited match, hustled and promoted ceaselessly and shrewdly by Bobby Riggs. Excitement engendered all over the country as Billie Jean hugged her husband Larry King. It began to become a cause célèbre. Equality for women, equal rights. It was Billie Jean who fought for equal pay for women in the U.S. Open tennis tournament and got it. All of the women of America, or at least most of them, seem to be caught up with the anticipation of this match.
Howard Cosell with the call on this date in 1973 as Billie Jean King beat Bobby Riggs in a $100,000 winner-take-all Battle of the Sexes tennis match. When it was over, Riggs hoped they'd be able to play again.
It was a one-sided victory, no question about it. I feel I can do better. I think that I would like a return match.
As for a rematch, Billie Jean King said, "Forget about it."
I really don't care, because I wish Margaret hadn't played him in the first place.
It was Margaret Court's earlier loss to Riggs that led King to decide to play in the match. On this date in 1973, Say Hey Willie Mays said goodbye to baseball.
I'm getting out of baseball because I don't feel that when I go on the field, I want to give 100%. And when I seen the way that I was playing the last couple of years, I didn't feel that the people of America should look at a guy like myself that loves the game of baseball and been on the field and not been able to produce.
Mays spent almost all of his 22-season career playing for the New York and later San Francisco Giants before finishing up with the New York Mets. He was elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1979, his first year of eligibility. He ended his career with 660 home runs, third at the time of his retirement and currently fifth all-time, and won a record 12 Golden Glove Awards beginning in 1957 when the award was introduced. In 1979, Lee Iacocca, elected president of Chrysler, he would try to guide the firm through its most difficult times. In 1984, a suicide bomber in a car attack of the U.S. Embassy in Beirut, 12 people killed. A day after hitting his head on the diving board, American Greg Louganis won the gold medal for springboard diving at the Summer Olympics in Seoul. Afterwards, he told reporters what he was feeling at the time.
Relief. I was so relieved. I'm like...
Louganis revealed several years later what else was on his mind at the time, that he was HIV positive. He had worried then about infecting other divers and having his HIV status revealed. The final performance of the musical Cats on Broadway on this date in 2000, and in 2007, between 15 and 20,000 protesters marched on Jena, Louisiana, in support of 6 black youths who had been convicted of assaulting a white classmate. The U.S. military ended its Don't Ask, Don't Tell policy on this date in 2011, allowing gay men and women to serve openly for the first time.
For the first time in my career, I won't have to come up with white lies when I'm asked, what did you do this weekend? Who's Dan?
Navy Lieutenant Gary Ross, who married his longtime partner right after the new policy took effect. And it was on this date in 2017, Hurricane Maria made landfall in Puerto Rico as a Category 4 hurricane, resulting in almost 3,000 deaths, $90 billion in damage, $118 billion in today's dollars, and a major humanitarian crisis. Among those passing away on this date in history, Jim Croce, killed in a plane crash on this date, along with pianist, composer, conductor Paul Weston passing away. Delightful Polly Bergen, actress, singer. I got to interview her in my youth. It was a delightful time. Also Jimmy Olsen in TV's first Superman, Jack Larson, and Mrs. Bing Crosby, Catherine Crosby. Among those born on this date in history, Gogi Grant, Upton Sinclair, Red Auerbach, Joyce Brothers, and the very funny Ann Mira. All born on this date, they have left the building.
Hi, this is Jeff Foxworthy. It is now time for the birthday announcements. The following people are now officially older than dirt.
The film actress Sophia Loren, 91 years old today. From Game of Thrones, the author George R.R. Martin. Marty Lundy, we mentioned earlier on. You knew him better as pro wrestler, manager, podcaster Arn Anderson. He is 67 years old today. He had to retire because of neck and back injuries. As I mentioned, he does now have a podcast. Also, from Third Rock from the Sun and ER, Kristen Johnson is 58. We mentioned Gunnar and Matthew. They form the group Nelson. They have done a road show, Ricky Nelson Remembered. They're listed in the Guinness Book of World Records as the only family to reach #1 record statuses in 3 successive generations, beginning with their grandparents, Ozzie and Harriet Nelson. Gunnar and Matthew Nelson, the sons of Ricky Nelson, grandchildren of Ozzie and Harriet. They both turned 58 years old today. From The Walking Dead, John Bernthal is 49. The winner of the 11th season of American Idol, Philip Phillips, is 35. And from Pushing Daisies and Yellow Jackets, Sammy Hanarati is 30 years old. Those just a few of the people celebrating the 20th day of September as their birthday. If this is your birthday...
Hi, we're the 4 Freshmen, and we just want to say... Happy birthday to you!
By the way, to answer a question that I know someone is thinking, Arn Anderson was not related to the other Andersons because he wasn't. He just looked a lot like Ole Anderson, and that is why he became Arn Anderson, because he looked like Ole Anderson. They brought him in, and he had a heck of a career. Marty Lundy, better known as Arn Anderson, celebrating his birthday today. Alrighty, on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox, we have Western Adventure. We're going to start off with Jimmy Stewart, the 6-shooter, the first show of the series. That's coming up first.
You won't see the engineer that slams the Nissan Rogue's door 13,920 times. or the corrosive chamber that simulates 15 years of life in 5 months, or the Rogue, heat-baked for over 300 combined hours. What you will see is a vehicle that can take punch after punch and keep rolling. Nissan, #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands by J.D. Power. We put it through the worst, so you get its best. For J.D. Power 2025 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2025 model year. Newer models may be shown.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams Super Sale and get 40% off paints and stains September 19th through the 24th. With prices starting at $29.39, it's the perfect time to transform your space with color. Whether you're looking to revamp your interior or exterior, we have you covered with bold hues, soothing neutrals, and everything in between. Visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store or shop the sale online. Delivery available on qualifying orders. Click the banner to learn more. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Listen and learn through civil defense. This is Johnny Cash. I'd like all of you to remember that America can withstand enemy attack if we support the emergency plans of our community and learn to help ourselves. Make sure you're prepared. Contact your local civil defense office today.
And on this Saturday Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox, we begin with Jimmy Stewart as the six-shooter. This episode 72 years ago, September 20th, 1953, the story of Jenny.
James Stewart as the six-shooter. The man in the saddle is angular and long-legged. His skin is sun-dyed brown. The gun in his holster is gray steel and rainbow mother-of-pearl, its handle unmarked. People call them both the six-shooter. Coleman, America's leader in modern automatic home heating equipment, and the National Broadcasting Company present James Stewart as the six-shooter, a transcribed series of dramas based on the life of Britt Ponset, the Texas plainsman who wandered through the Western Territories, leaving behind a trail of still-remembered legends. Now, in just a moment, immediately following this important announcement, you'll hear Act One of The Six-Shooter. In a few years, our public schools will be as behind the times as the Little Red Schoolhouse. And it's estimated that by 1956, there will be some 7 million more children in elementary schools than there are now. More equipment will be needed, and above all, more elementary school teachers. To help assure your child a proper education, join and work with local groups and school boards. And for free information about how people in other communities are improving their schools, write to this address. National Citizens Commission for the Public Schools, 2 West 45th Street, New York 19, New York. Now, Act One of The Six-Shooter, starring James Stewart.
It was hot that afternoon. A low, crawling kind of heat that seemed to be following us as we rode along. The sun hadn't come out in the morning, but about noon it pushed through the clouds. Boy, it was hot. By 4 o'clock, when it should have been cooling off, it seemed hotter than ever. We still had about 15 miles to go before we'd hit Lead Creek. That was where I figured on getting a job helping lay track on that new spur line to Salt Lake City. I nudged Scar on the flank, and we headed down a little gully. His ears pricked up, and he jerked his head. I wasn't sure whether he'd heard something or just sensed it. You know, with a horse, it's pretty hard to tell where hearing leads off and sensing begins. What's the matter, boy?
Hey!
And then I heard it, too. I wheeled Scar off the trail. Went about 20 yards before I saw him. He was lying in the shade of a yellow boulder in a clump of mesquite. A young fella, just lying there. He looked comfortable and relaxed like he was taking a siesta. But he couldn't have been enjoying himself too much, not with a big red stain like that across the front of his shirt.
What's the trouble? I had a little accident.
Yeah, it looks that way. What happened?
My horse threw me a couple hours ago. Must have landed on my gun. It went off. See, you haven't got any water, have you?
Sure. Here.
Thanks. Lucky you came by, mister. You're a stranger, ain't you?
Oh, I'm just passing through. Yeah, I'm not much of a doc. Maybe I can fix a bandage for you for the time being.
I already fixed one. Just my shirt tail. Don't seem to be doing much good.
Oh, yeah, let me see if I can tighten it. Hold on now. You think you can ride?
I don't know. You ain't seen my pony yet. Hello, with a half moon on his flank?
No, I can't say I have.
I'll have to run off.
Oh, now, just don't worry about him. My horse will get us into Lead Creek.
Lead Creek?
Yeah, it's close to town, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess it is.
Yeah, all right, now, let me give you a hand here.
It ain't no use, mister.
No, you gotta try. Now, just lean your weight on me.
I'll make it.
Okay. That's it.
There's a cabin past a mile or so west. I might be able to ride that far.
Oh, that'd be better than staying here. Yeah. Now, I'm gonna lift your feet up. Now, that'll hurt plenty. But once you're in the saddle, you'll be all right. Now, here we go. There we are. I'll take it real slow. I'll walk alongside. There you are. Was it west, you said, huh?
Yeah. I sure do appreciate this, mister. I sure...
He keeled over in the saddle. I managed to keep from sliding out, and we started off. About 15 minutes later, I saw the cabin he'd been talking about, and it wasn't much more than a shack, only 2-3 rooms, and a couple of acres of fenced-in pasture and a barn. I led Scar up to the front stoop and lifted the young fellow off. He was still unconscious, which was all of it good, of course. I carried him up to the front door and gave it a couple of kicks. Kicked again, and he sprung open. Anybody home? Hello? Yeah, now you just lay there. Try and get some rest. I'll look around.
Where?
He passed out again. I covered him with a blanket lying across the foot of the cot there. Supper was on the kitchen stove. Beef stew. Smelled pretty good. I opened the back door. I saw somebody cutting up a pile of kindling over near the barn. Whoever it was sure knew how to handle an axe.
Where'd you come from?
No, I'm sorry if I frightened you, ma'am. I knocked on the front door, but I guess you couldn't hear me, huh?
I ain't got no handout for tramp. Go on, get out.
Well, I'm not exactly a tramp, ma'am. Although I'm not blaming you for thinking it. I've been riding for quite a spell.
Well, what do you want?
I ran across a fellow a little while ago in a gully just east of here. He'd been shot up.
Shot?
Yeah, he said his gun went off accidental. He's hurt pretty bad, and since this place of yours was the closest...
Where is he?
I took the liberty of putting him in a cot inside there, so I hope you don't mind. Oh. Well, she didn't wait even for me to finish. She just marched past me like I wasn't even there. I watched her for a second, and then I followed her into the house. I'd never run into a woman exactly like her before. At first, I thought she was a man. You know, the pants, the checkered shirt she was wearing, and the way she chopped up kindling, they fooled me. She walked like a man, too. Stiff, square-shouldered. But her eyes, they were a woman's eyes, all right. Kind of soft and young and frightened. Yeah. The rest of her had been pretty as her eyes. She'd been a real fine-looking girl.
Take that rag off me while I fix a new bandage.
Yes, ma'am. It's a shame to tear up a fancy petticoat like that.
I got no need for petticoats, mister. Can you turn him on his side? That's better. Now, if I can just get the bleeding to stop.
You know him, ma'am?
No. Why should I?
Oh, I just thought since he was in your neighborhood.
Lots of folks pass by here. That don't mean I know him. I don't know you neither.
Oh, sorry. My name's Ponsett. Britt Ponsett.
Ponsett. I've heard of you somewhere, haven't I?
No, not likely. This is the first time I've been around Lead Creek here.
Got a pocket knife?
Yeah.
Thanks.
George, you're doing a real good job on him, you know. Your husband off somewhere today?
I'm not married.
It must get kind of lonely out here all by yourself, doesn't it?
I like being alone. I want a lot of people around me.
I can't say I blame you. I never been much on congregating myself. I always sort of like to... Well, you know, that bleeding's letting up a little. All right, I guess I'll be shoving off, ma'am. When I get into town, I'll send the doctor out here.
No, you can't. What I mean is there is no doctor in Lead Creek.
Oh?
He moved away a couple of years ago.
Well, there must be a doctor somewhere around here.
No, not within 100 miles. I have to take care of him myself.
Well, maybe I can find somebody to help you. You know, since I brought him in here, I sort of
I'd rather do it alone. I'll manage all right.
Well, that's mighty decent of you, but him being a stranger, all right. So long.
Mr. Ponsett?
Yes, ma'am?
You won't tell the folks in town he's here. Well, he's a stranger, like you said. He don't concern them, and I don't want them laughing at me. They'd say, Jenny Garber's finally got herself a man. If he wasn't unconscious, she'd never have managed it. So, you won't tell them, will you?
Well, I don't suppose anybody will ask me about it. Easy, boy. Easy.
What are you looking at?
Oh, I was just noticing those horses over in the pasture there. Those both yours?
Yes, they are. Why?
No reason. No, that pinto looks like a good animal. What do you call him?
His name's Moon, because of the marking on his flank. Looks like a half moon.
Yeah, I can see it, yeah. Well, I hope the patient doesn't give you too much trouble. All right, come on. The sun went down, but it didn't cool off much. Maybe when the moon came out, there'd be a little breeze. I've been riding for a couple hours since I left the cabin. Still had 5 or 6 miles to go before I hit Lead Creek. We were coming through a narrow canyon when I heard a little rustling sound. First I thought maybe it was that breeze I'd been waiting for. The next thing I knew, I was behind a rock. I wasn't quite sure how I got there. I guess my legs sort of took over without me having to tell them what to do.
You ain't got a chance, Ned. We're all around you. Come out from behind those rocks and keep your hands up.
Well, I'd be glad to oblige, but I ain't Ned. Whoever he is.
Hold it a minute, Sheriff. Oh. Well, looks like they made a little mistake, boys. You all right, mister?
No serious damage, I guess.
Well, sorry to bother you, but what are you doing out here anyway?
I was heading for town. I heard there might be some work on the new railroad, thought I might sign up for a spell.
Well, I guess they can always use another man. My name's York. Sheriff Jim York.
I'm pleased to meet you, Sheriff. I'm Britt Ponsett.
Ponsett? Fellow they call six-shooter? I didn't know you were in these parts. Boys, meet Britt Ponsett. Britt, this is Sam Norval, Tom Jackson, Harry Potter.
Howdy.
Britt's the man who brought in the Phoenix Kid. Kid had the drop on him, too, but he never got a chance to pull a trigger. At least, that's the way folks tell it.
Yeah, well, between the doing and the telling, you know, there's have to be some exaggeration.
Well, anyway, I'm sure glad we run into you tonight. That 6-gun of yours may come in handy.
Oh?
Yeah, we're looking for Ned Landy. That's who we thought you was at first.
I figured something like that. Now, what's this Landy been up to?
Trouble for the last 3 months. Hold up, a couple of shooting sprees. Broke into Harry's bank last night and killed Harry's brother.
I see.
I've taken a posse after him before, but we always seem to lose him in these hills. We'll get him tonight, though. Picked up his trail this morning. Even spotted him for a minute or two on the far side of Devil's Canyon over in the trees. I got off a shot. Thought I'd hit him for sure. But I guess my aim was off. Anyway, he gave us a slip again.
Well, what's he look like?
Oh, he's young, about 23, I'd say. Short, wiry, black hair, rides a Pinto.
Pinto, huh?
Mm-hmm.
You ain't seen him.
Yeah, I guess I have.
Yeah? Where was he?
I left him at a cabin about 9 miles back. And, your aim was all right this morning, Sheriff. He's carrying a bullet in his stomach. Of course, he said he'd shot himself by accident.
The only cabin out this way is Jenny Garber's.
That's the woman. That's the woman that lived there. You know?
Well, come on, boys. Let's go. Ain't you coming too, Britt?
Oh, no, you won't need any help, Sheriff. Landy's not likely to last long enough for you to get him into town, I don't think.
Well, we'll get him in all right. Doc will see to that.
The doc? What? But I understood
Sure.
that any...
Sam, here's the doctor. See, that's what he's been claiming for the past 20 years.
Yes, huh? Just wait a minute, Sheriff. Just hold on. You know, I've changed my mind. I think maybe I will ride up there with you.
We'll return to James Stewart as the six-shooter in a moment. First, a word from Coleman, America's leader in modern automatic home heating equipment.
You'll be glad this winter you bought a Coleman heater this fall. Yes, as you sit back in your easy chair, snug and comfortable, you'll be glad you bought a Coleman heater. You'll enjoy floor-to-ceiling warmth in those rooms you could never heat before.
Get your Coleman oil or gas heater now during Coleman's big bonus sale. Here's what you get.
First bonus, a new low price.
Yes, now you can get a dependable Coleman automatic heater at a new low price.
Second bonus, a new low operating cost.
Coleman saves you up to 25% on heating bills because Coleman gives you maximum heat from your fuel.
Third bonus, a 32-piece set of Libby's Safe Edge glassware worth $14. It's free with your new Coleman heater.
Get 3 big bonuses. Get your Coleman oil or gas heater now during Coleman's big bonus sale. This sale is for limited time only.
So see your Coleman dealer tomorrow. You'll find his name and address in your telephone directory.
Now, Act 2 of The Six-Shooter, starring James Stewart.
About an hour and a half after I met up with the sheriff, we came to a little stream trickling down the hill just off the trail. I'd missed it when I passed by before. I hadn't known there was any water around, and Scar hadn't smelled it either. The air being so quiet and everything. Well, we pulled up and gave the horses a chance to get a drink.
Well, I guess there ain't no rush. And that's as bad off as you say.
Yeah. Was something funny, Sheriff?
Well, I was just thinking about Jenny Garber.
Oh?
Yep, she's finally got herself a man. He's going to be real temporary, though. I can tell you that.
Yeah, and if he didn't have a bullet in him, I'll bet he'd take off the first time he got a look at her.
Well, it'd take more than a bullet to keep me there.
Me too, Sheriff.
What, is there something wrong with Jenny?
Well, you've seen her, ain't you?
Yeah.
Well,
I guess she's no beauty.
Now, that's giving her the benefit of the doubt, Tonto. Now, if you ask me, my horse is better looking.
No, you know, Sheriff, now there are a lot of plain women seem to get along all right. Better than some of the pretty ones, you know.
Well, it ain't just that Jenny's ugly, but she's so darn awkward and big.
Why, even when she was a little girl living in town, she was always a head taller than any boy her age. And stronger, too. Well, I guess they've had enough drinks.
Yeah, the thing was, her folks was peculiar about Jenny. Wouldn't admit she was any different from the other girls.
You remember how they used to dress her? All those fancy clothes with frills and ribbons. One made her look twice as foolish as she would have otherwise.
No?
Her father used to take her to parties, too, in the square dances, but he was the only one who ever danced with her. No, sir, I don't think a single boy in town courted her. Not one.
You're forgetting Willie Franklin.
Oh, sure.
Who is Will Franklin?
Yeah. He's quite a cut-up. Made a bet one night with some of the fellas. He said he'd get Jenny to agree to marry him. He took her out in his wagon and proposed. Of course, she said yes. But he didn't know that Willie's friends was all hidden in the back of the wagon. Leastwise, he didn't know it until they all busted out laughing.
Was right after that her folks died, wasn't it, Sheriff?
Yeah. That's when she bought this cabin. About 5 years ago, come to think of it. Well, Jenny can't be more than 25 or 6. Looks a whole lot older, though. Wouldn't you say so, Britt?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not much good at judging ages, especially a woman.
There's her place, up ahead. Lamp's still on. She must be up.
Sure, she's up all right. First time she ever had a man within touching distance, ain't it?
Ooh. What's the matter?
Yeah, we better leave the horses here and go the rest of the way on foot.
Oh, now, Landy's not apt to give you any trouble.
Oh, you never can tell. You may be feeling better by now.
Yeah, but not that much.
Hey, he's seen us. Didn't waste no time about it, neither. Guess he wasn't as sick as you thought, Britt.
Or else he made a mighty fast recovery.
We'll never hit him from down here.
What do you suppose happened to Jenny?
I don't know. I've forgotten about her. He's probably got her half scared to death. Well, we'll have to rush him.
It ain't going to be easy, Sheriff. With this moon, he's sure to spot us.
Well, that's all we can do. Sam, you and Harry see if you can make it up to the fence over there.
Right.
You okay?
Okay.
Now, I'll fire twice. That'll be the signal to close in.
Now, hold on a minute, Sheriff. Just hold up here a minute. Now, if we go plowing up in front of that cabin, somebody's going to get hurt.
Well, what's the matter, Posset? You've been shot at before.
Well, that doesn't mean exactly I like the idea. And besides, there's another way of getting in that door around back. And there are a couple of trees back there, too.
Oh, no, he'll be watching the back door. That's no fool.
I know, but it's worth a try, isn't it?
All right, I'll go with you.
Now, wait a minute. Now, you just let me go alone. One man ain't as apt to be seen. Now, you just keep firing. And if I ain't back in 5 minutes, well, we'll take him your way, huh?
5 minutes. We won't wait no longer.
I hunched down low and I started circling toward the rear of the cabin. And there wasn't much cover, just rocks, a couple of scrub pines. Anyway, nobody was shooting at me yet. So far, nobody'd seen me. I come up along the side of the barn, and the back door was just ahead now. I still had about 20 yards to go. I ran forward, and my foot caught. I tripped over some of the kindling Jenny stacked up there in the afternoon. I lay quiet for a minute. I just waited. It sounded to me like I'd made enough noise so they could hear it clear down Lead Creek. No, shooting wasn't in my direction. So I got up on my knees and I raced for the cabin. I opened up the door. I kept on going. And when I got into the living room, I saw I'd figured right. That was on the cot, just where I'd left him. Hadn't moved. It was Jenny who was doing the firing. She swung around. She pointed the revolver at me. Her eyes weren't soft, not anymore.
You told him. You brought him here.
I had to, Jenny.
I would have taken him away as soon as he was well enough. Why couldn't you let us alone?
That killed a man last night, Jenny.
I don't care. I don't care what he does. As long as he needs me, I'll stand by him and help him.
He needed a hideout, didn't he? He must have been staying here for some time, or his pony wouldn't have had enough sense to come back here with his own accord. They're going to start closing in, Jenny.
You're not going to take him away from me. I won't let you. Ned likes me. He told me he likes me. And he's the first person who ever did.
Give me your gun, Jenny.
Even if it isn't true. Even if he didn't really mean it. He doesn't laugh at me like the others. He doesn't mind my looks. But he said I'd be an old maid. Even my mother said it. But I won't. Not now. Ned'll take me with it. He'll marry me. I know he will.
Jenny, Listen to me.
Don't you understand? I can't let you take him away, no matter what. Not even if I have to.
Now, killing me won't help in that.
It's the only way I can keep him. I've got to stop you somehow. You and the others out there.
Oh, there's no way you can keep him, Jenny. He's dead.
What?
Now, turn around. Turn around, look. I'm not trying to catch you off guard. Just turn around. He hasn't been breathing, not since I came in.
Oh, he loves me. Ned loves me.
All right, boys, come on in.
You all right? Got him, huh, Britt?
Oh, there he is.
I might have known you'd take care of him.
No, it wasn't me, Sheriff. It was you.
Huh?
Your bullet from this afternoon.
Well, I'll be darned. I told you I was sure I'd hit him. Remember, Tom, I told you.
Now, then how come he was able to hold us off just now?
Well, he was a tough one to kill. He wouldn't give up. The strain of shooting at us must have finally finished him. Ain't that the way you figured, Britt?
Yeah, something like that.
Well, what's the matter with her? Little gunplay bother you, Jenny? Come on, get a hold of it. It's all over now. Yeah, sure is funny how women are scared of gunfire. Every one of them. Even Jenny. Well, it just goes to show you that underneath, they're all pretty much alike.
Yeah, I guess they are. Well, Nat was buried the next day, and there was one bunch of flowers at the funeral, wild daisies. Folks just couldn't figure out who sent them. And, they tell me that it was right about then that Jenny Garver started acting different. Oh, I don't mean she got pretty or anything like that, but she did seem more confident. She just seemed a little more sure of herself. People said if they didn't know better, they'd swear that a man had something to do with the way she changed, but of course they all knew better.
I'd like to take a minute here to remind you about some of the great entertainment in store for you later in the week on NBC Radio. Next Friday night marks the fall return to the air of both the Bob Hope Show and the Phil Harris-Alice Faye Show. Both these great comedy programs, formerly heard on different days, now join forces to make Friday night a top listening night on NBC Radio. The new Bob Hope Friday night show will feature well-known guest artists, the music of Les Brown and his band of renown, and the vocal talents of lovely Margaret Whiting. And of course, Bob will be in there delivering his rapid-fire topical humor. You'll find that the Bob Hope Show is most enjoyable listening each Friday night on NBC Radio. And immediately following Bob Hope, listen to the Phil Harris-Alice Faye Show. And Alice has her brother William to keep her informed of Phil's hilarious actions. Also in the talent-filled cast, you'll hear Julius Abruzio and little Alice and Phyllis. You'll hear wonderful comedy every Friday night beginning this Friday night on NBC Radio. Yes, for the best in Friday night radio entertainment, remember to tune where you hear the familiar three chimes for the Bob Hope Show and the Phil Harris-Alice Faye Show. Two great programs returning this Friday to NBC Radio. Coleman, America's leader in modern automatic home heating equipment, and the National Broadcasting Company have presented James Stewart as the Six-Shooter. Mr. Stewart may currently be seen in the Universal International picture Thunder Bay. The Six-Shooter is an NBC Radio Network production in association with Review Productions. It is based on a character created by Frank Burke, and today's transcribed story was written by him. Special music was by Basil Adlam, and heard in the cast were D.J. Thompson, Jeff Kirkpatrick, George Neese, and Harry Bartell. The entire production is under the direction of Jack Johnstone. All characters and incidents were fictitious, and any resemblance to actual characters or incidents is purely coincidental. Hal Gibney speaking.
Coleman didn't sponsor the program long, and it really was the last big gasp of a big name coming onto a new show. The six-shooter, Jimmy Stewart, 72 years ago, September 20th, 1953, the show would last just one season. Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox continues with more Westerns from that same year, September 20th, 1953, as we go to Melody Ranch.
You won't see the engineer that slams the Nissan Rogue's door 13,920 times, or the corrosive chamber that simulates 15 years of life in 5 months, or the Rogue heat-baked for over 300 combined hours. What you will see is a vehicle that can take punch after punch and keep rolling. Nissan, #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands by J.D. Power. We put it through the worst, so you get its best. For J.D. Power 2025 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2025 model year. Newer models may be shown.
Civil defense is common sense. This is Boris Karloff. No one can guarantee the survival of every home during a nuclear war, but a strong civil defense can save millions of lives. Make sure that yours is one of them. Learn how to protect your home. Call Civil Defense today.
We just listened to the six-shooter as it was broadcast at 9:30 Eastern Time on Sunday, the 20th day of September 1953, 72 years ago. Let's take a look at some of the headlines from that day. British officials believe long-missing diplomat Don McLean may soon broadcast to the world from behind the Iron Curtain. The theory emerged 8 days after Chicago-born Melinda McLean and her 3 children vanished in Switzerland in order, the British think, to rejoin her husband somewhere in Europe's Red Belt. Soviet Union announced it is granting war-ravaged North Korea big financial and material aid for reconstruction. The aid program announced in the communique issued in Moscow after 9 days of negotiation between a North Korean delegation headed by President Kim Il-sung and Soviet Premier George Malenkov and other Soviet leaders. President Eisenhower, in a surprise climax to a GOP party rally, told Republican women yesterday the future of America is in their hands, and I have no fear of the outcome. And the chief executive, whose administration under fire at a Democrat conference in Chicago Monday and Tuesday, slapped a glancing blow at the opposition, took a fling at that kind of leadership that only consists in the clever word or sometimes bad deportment. Everett M. Dirksen, the senator, told whooping fellow Republicans President Eisenhower's on the march against traitors and destroyers, and a Washington mess, he said, was inherited from mediocre and incompetent Democratic old cronies. Without explanation, communists put off until Thursday the delivery into Indian custody of more than 300 Allied prisoners, including some Americans labeled by the Reds as unwilling to return home. This delay followed release yesterday of 13 such prisoners, some of whom promptly said they wanted to go home all the time, but were held back because they had been uncooperative with their captors. A special appeals board may be established to review the cases of employees dismissed from the Foreign Operations Administration of the government. The official said Administrator Harold E. Stassen is considering the establishment of such a board to hear any appeals from the 300 or more employees who lost their jobs in a reorganization of the industry. Dr. William Ragsdale Cannon, appointed Dean of the Emory University School of Theology, announced by Emory's president, Dr. Goodwin C. White. Cannon is 37 years of age. A 14-year-old girl awakened yesterday by smoke in the home of her parents, flung her younger brother to safety, awakened 31 other people in the apartment building, but perished in flames. The body of the young heroine, Rostel T. Jones, found in the embers of the suburban Chicago Heights residence. And fire, which broke out in the Baptist parsonage in Sweta City, Iowa, while their father was conducting a revival meeting, took the lives of 4-year-old Terry Beal and his 18-month-old sister Irene Friday night. And Private Edmund J. Nodoff of Boston, a statistician with the Port Transportation Authority, tells this on himself. Last April at Camp Breckenridge, Kentucky, he had a date with a whack corporal named Beatrice. He told Beatrice he wouldn't mind being sent to the Far East. Well, 2 days later, he was on his way to Korea. Seems Beatrice was a special orders clerk at the Adjutant General's office at Breckenridge, and he ended up in Busan. Britons have set a world candy-eating record since sweets were derationed in February. Government records show during the past 7 months the average British resident has consumed 8 ounces of candy a week. That compared to 5 ounces weekly for the second-place Americans. And in Charleston, South Carolina, Joe Byron sentenced himself to 60 days in jail after pleading guilty to charges of stealing a watch. Ryan suggested 60 days when Judge Joseph R. Moss asked him what his sentence should be. Moss said, well, I was just going to give you 30 days, but you say 60 it is. Those some of the day's news stories from the newspapers of Sunday, September 20th, 1953. You just heard Jimmy Stewart, the six-shooter, from 9:30 Eastern Time. We'll go up a little bit earlier to 6 o'clock on CBS for Melody Ranch.
You won't see the engineer that slams the Nissan Rogue's door 13,920 times. Or the corrosive chamber that simulates 15 years of life in 5 months. Or the Rogue heat-baked for over 300 combined hours. What you will see is a vehicle that can take punch after punch and keep rolling. Nissan, #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands by J.D. Power. We put it through the worst, so you get its best. For J.D. Power 2025 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2025 model year. Newer models may be shown.
This is Art Linkletter. In event of atomic bombing or some other catastrophe, here's something important to remember. It will help save lives, including your own. Do not use the telephone. Leave the line open for official rescue and relief. This is your part in civil defense. Remember, don't use the phone. Leave the line clear for safety of your own life and the lives of others.
Now we head to Gene Autry's Melody Ranch as it was broadcast at 6 o'clock Eastern Time on CBS 72 years ago, September 20th, 1953.
He's back in the saddle again.
Yes, it's time once again for Melody Ranch and Gene Autry.
I'm back in the saddle again. Out where a friend is a friend, where the longhorn cattle feed on the lowly Jimson weed. I'm back in the saddle again.
That's right, folks. Your friendly local merchant who sells and displays healthful, refreshing, delicious double mint chewing gum invites you to another transcribed Sunday night visit with all the gang here at Melody Ranch. There's Pat Buttram, the Cass County Boys, the Gene Autry Blue Jeans, Carl Cotner's Melody Ranch Hardway 6 featuring Alvino Ray, and yours truly, Charlie Lyon. Right now, though, meet the boss man himself, America's favorite cowboy, Gene Autry.
Tweedle-o-twill, puffin' on corn silk. Tweedle-o-twill, whittling wood. Sitting there wishing he could go fishing over the hill. Tweedle-o-twill, tweedle-o-twill. Oh, don't he look drowsy? Tweedle-o-twill, nodding his head. I bet he feels lazy, plucking that daisy, getting a thrill. Tweedle-o-twill, tweedle-o-twill, bobbing and weaving. Tweedle-o-twill, wading in corn, taking it easy, out where it's breezy. Better be still, tweedle-o-twill. Well, howdy there, friends and neighbors. Welcome once more to Melody Ranch. Yes, indeed, the whole gang's waiting to say hello, and chances are that hello will include an invitation to enjoy plenty of delicious, refreshing double mint chewing gum. You see, folks, we always have an extra supply of that grand double mint gum to pass around whenever folks drop in. Incidentally, that's a friendly custom the visitors at your home will appreciate, too. Guess that's because everybody likes swell double mint. Yet it costs so little that you can enjoy it and keep enough on hand for both your guests and your whole family to enjoy. Why not buy several packages at a time? That's delicious, refreshing, double mint chewing gum. I like it. And now, here's one of the prettier current ballads. Seems to be quite a public favorite, too. Goes as follows. I saw half of a photograph, and it took my breath away. For that face on that photograph was my love of yesterday.
It was only half a picture. There was still another part.
But somebody tore that picture like the way she tore my heart. Somewhere I'm on the other hand. If you find it, you will see that her half of the photograph has a smile she meant for me.
It was only half a picture. There was still another part.
But somebody tore that picture like the way she tore my heart. Somewhere I'm on the other hand. If you find it, you will see that her half of the photograph has a smile she meant for me.
That was real pretty, Gene.
Well, thank you, neighbors. Many, many thanks. And now...
Howdy, howdy.
Well, howdy. And now...
Don't suppose there's any chance of borrowing a loan of a couple of bucks from you till payday, is there?
No, there's no chance of borrowing a couple of bucks from me till payday. And now I want to...
How about $1?
Look, Buster, the answer is still no. N-O. Not a buck. Not a quarter. Not a dime. Not even a halfpenny.
Well, why?
Because you're too lazy to work, that's why.
Are you kidding? Why should I work?
Well, so you can make money, for one thing.
Why?
So you can put it in the bank and save it.
Well, why?
So you can retire and not have to work.
Huh. Why go to all that trouble when I ain't working now?
I'll say one thing for you, Buttram. You aren't one to exert yourself unnecessarily.
Not if I can help it, I ain't. That reminds me, did I ever tell you about the woman running over one of our chickens?
Well, when did this all happen?
This afternoon. Oh. I was busy resting at the time, though, so I didn't even bother to get out of my rocking chair.
So?
So the lady that done the running over, she come walking up to the porch where I was a-rocking away, and she says, "I'm terribly sorry, young man, but I just run over one of your hens, and I'd like to replace her."
Well, that was nice of her. What did you say?
What could I say? I just told her, I said, "That's okay with me, lady, providing you can lay an egg."
You know, sometimes I wonder about you, Buttram.
You ain't the only one. When I was just a little baby, I was born at a very early age, you know. And my mama and papa, they didn't know what they wanted me to be. So one day Papa said to Mama, he says, I know a sure way to find out. Well, sir, right then and there, Papa put a Bible, a dollar bill, and an apple on the floor. And he sent me crawling into the room alone to see what I'd do. He claimed that if I took the Bible, I'd be a preacher. If I took the apple, I'd be a farmer. And if I took the dollar, I'd be a banker.
Well, I know I'm very silly for asking, but which one did you take?
Well, sir, first I picked up the apple, put that in my mouth. Then I picked up the dollar bill, put it in my pocket. Then I picked up the Bible, put it under my arm, and walked out. So Papa says, well, what do you know, Mama? That boy of ours is going to be a politician.
Now that's what I call a very wise observation. Say, by the way, did you wash the dishes, clean the house, scrub the floors, beat the carpets, hang the curtains, chop the wood, milk the cows, and feed the chickens like I told you to do this morning?
No, but don't worry, I will. I'll do them. And I'll also shovel the snow off of the sidewalk.
Wait just a minute there, Buster. Huh? There's no snow on the sidewalks this time of the year?
No, but there will be by the time I get done with the rest of them jobs. So long, Mr. Arter.
Well, so long, Patrick, old boy. We'll check with you again in a few minutes. Meantime, let's all give a careful listen to the Cass County Boys singing a brand new song called
Oh, sweet mama, treetop tall, won't you kindly turn your damper down? I can smell those cakes of burning honey, they done burned plum brown. Since ham went up to $1 a pound, I eat so many rabbits I just hop all around. Oh, sweet mama, treetop tall, won't you kindly turn your damper down? Oh, sweet mama, treetop tall, won't you kindly turn your damper down? I can smell those cakes of burning honey, they done burned plum brown.
There was a Dominic, a rooster, and a Shanghai hen. They run around together, but they ain't no kin.
Oh, sweet mama, treetop tall, won't you kindly turn your damper down? Tall, won't you kindly turn your damper down? I can smell those cakes of burning honey, they done burn plum brown.
You make the best hot biscuits with the honey too, but I tell you, baby, nothing sweet as you.
Oh, sweet mama, treetop tall, won't you kindly turn your damper down? Turn it down, turn it down, turn it down, turn it down. Mama, turn your damper down.
Oh, Cass County Boys, you really wrapped that one up nice. Incidentally, speaking of wrapping things up, did you ever hear the expression, good things come in small packages? Well, sir, delicious, refreshing double mint chewing gum sure proves that point for me. Yes, indeed, friends, with 5 sticks of that grand double mint gum in my hand, I know there's many a good thing coming my way. For instance, I know I'm going to enjoy some mighty smooth, pleasant chewing with a flavor that's always a treat for my taste. What's more, Grand Double Mint Gum is a great aid for digestion after meals. Helps keep your teeth bright and clean, too. And that delicious double mint flavor freshens your taste, makes your mouth and throat moist and comfortable. So you see what I mean? When it comes to chewing satisfaction, you're going to get the most from those 5 sticks of delicious, refreshing, double mint chewing gum. And now, friends, here's a song I had the pleasure of recording not too many years ago. You seemed to like it then. Here's hoping you still like it now. In the blue Canadian Rockies, spring is sighing through the trees, and the golden poppies poppies are blooming round the banks of Lake Louise. Across the sea they call me, and I'm lonesome and so blue. For the blue Canadian Rockies and the girl I love so true. Across the sea they call me, and I'm lonesome and so blue. For the blue Canadian Rockies and the girl I love so true. There's a little old church in the valley where I first learned of sorrow and joy. You know, neighbors, not far from right here at Melody Ranch is a place called Willow Valley. And there, nestled among the trees, is a church. A little church that the song you just heard the boys and girls singing could very well have been written about. Yet a church that might never have been built had it not been for a man named Cyrus Carter. However, as fate often wills it, Cyrus Carter didn't live to see his dream become a reality. As a matter of fact, it was just 2 weeks before the Sunday his church was to be dedicated that Cyrus Carter passed away, leaving his wife and son to carry on his work. And that's where this story begins.
I do hope I'm not keeping you from anything, Jane, but, well, you're the only one I know to turn to.
Believe me, I'm mighty flattered to think that you would, Mrs. Carter.
Well, I mean it. But I'm afraid this isn't something you asked for, like a church pledge. You see, it's about our son, Ben.
Ben? He isn't in any kind of trouble, is he?
Oh, no, not really. I guess being a mother, I'm just a little disappointed, that's all. You see, Gene, Cyrus's fondest dream was that one day Ben had followed in his footsteps and carry on his work. Well, now, since his father's gone, something seems to have changed him.
How do you mean changed him, Miss Carter?
Well, he told me last night that he wants to go away, Gene. He wants to forget all about the church. Wants to build a whole new life for himself.
I see. And can you think of any reason for this sudden change?
Oh, I only wish I could. Naturally, I don't want to force him into doing something he no longer cares about, but, well, I thought you might be better able to talk with him about it.
Well, believe me, I'll be glad to, Mrs. Carter. That is, if you really think it'll do any good.
I don't know, Gene. I don't honestly know that it will. But Ben thinks the world of you. That much I do know.
Tell me, is he still living at the house with you?
No, Gene, he's staying out in Willow Valley by himself. He's fixed up one of the back rooms in the new church.
In that case, I'll go right out to see him this afternoon. Don't worry, Miss Carter. Ben's a fine young man. You saw to that. He can't go too far wrong. And so, Ben, that's it. That's why I came over here to talk to you.
I guessed as much. Look, Gene, I'm going to tell you the same thing I told my mother. It's my life, and I'm going to get out of it what I want.
No one's disputing your right to do that.
Then what's this all about, anyway?
Your mother just wants to make sure that you really get those things you want, Ben, that's all.
Well, one thing's a cinch. I'm not going to get them here. I've lived, eaten, and slept in a church all my life. I even went to theological school to learn how to become a minister, because that's what my mom and Dad wanted me to do. But then Dad died, and somehow nothing after that made any sense. It couldn't. No matter how I added it up, I got the same answer. He'd given his time, his money, his food, finally his life to others. And for what? When he died, all he left was a mortgaged house, a lot of unpaid bills, and a half-finished church that's never opened its doors.
Aren't you forgetting an awful lot of people who never forget him for his kindness and help?
Maybe. But aren't you forgetting kindness and help don't buy clothes and groceries?
They buy a lot more than that, Ben. They buy happiness. And when it came to counting that kind of wealth, your dad was one of the richest men I ever knew.
Look, Gene, that kind of talk sounds good. Maybe it listens okay for somebody else, but not for me. I'm leaving here just as soon as I can get enough money to do it.
Okay, Ben. If that's the way you feel about it, I guess there's not much more I can say.
That's the way I feel about it. I'm sorry, Gene. I hope you understand.
Let's just say I wish you luck.
Thanks. We'll keep in touch, huh?
Right, Ben. So long.
So long.
Funny, isn't it? I mean, how much importance so many of us attach to the material things in life, and how little heed we pay to the spiritual things that many times mean so much more. Anyway, getting back to the story, on the following Saturday, I remember I was going over the current bills in my back room when all of a sudden... Hello?
Hello, Gene. Sheriff Dillon.
Oh, hello, Jim.
Get your boys together and head for Willow Valley right away, will you, Gene?
Why? What's up?
Well, some guy just held up the Rancher's Loan Exchange here in town and got away with $5,000. We think he's headed out toward Willow Valley. I sent a posse out from here, so I figure if you and your boys head him off from the other way, we ought to make contact somewhere near the new church.
Right, Jim.
Oh, yeah, one other thing. Now, this guy's trigger happy, so watch it.
Don't worry. We'll leave within 5 minutes.
Good.
So long. Willow Valley, huh?
Hello.
Hello, Ben. This is Gene.
Oh, yeah, Gene. What's on your mind?
Some guy just held up the Rancher's Loan Exchange in town and got away with $5,000.
What?
They think he's headed out your way, but so is the sheriff's posse. So I just called to tell you to keep your eyes open.
Oh, gosh, thanks, Gene. Thanks for tipping me off. I'll keep a careful lookout.
Right. So long, Ben.
Okay, chum, reach and freeze.
Who are you?
Never mind that. Just keep those hands up nice and high where I can see them.
Well, you must be the one who just held up the Rancher's Loan Exchange.
Well, now, news sure travels fast around here, don't it? Yeah, I'm the guy, all right. And for your information, mister, there's $5,000 in this bag that you're going to see that I keep.
Oh, no, I'm not. You won't get away with it. They'll find you here.
I doubt that. I doubt it very much. Especially when you tell them you ain't seen me.
Hey, what are you going to do?
First, I'm going to hide this dough in your closet. Like this. There. That ought to do it. Now, you got any grub around here?
No.
Don't give me that stuff. Fix me up something and make it fast. We'll be back as soon as I hide my horse. And, oh, yeah. Just in case you want to call somebody to tell them I'm here, pulling up these telephone wires ought to take care of that. Now, hurry it up. I'm hungry.
Okay, you up with them.
Why, you...
Don't reach, mister. You're covered from all sides.
Oh, yeah? Well, you ain't taking Rocky Sims alive.
Let him have it, boy.
Well, sir, by the time me and the boys from Melody Ranch got out to the church, the excitement was all over. One deputy had been hit, but not seriously. But the guy we were after, Rocky Sims, was dead. The sheriff told me they hadn't been able to find all the stolen money, though. Said he figured the dead guy had probably hidden it somewhere along the trail and intended to pick it up later. But somehow that explanation didn't quite ring true to me, so I went back to talk to Ben about it.
Yeah, who is it? Well, Gene, what are you doing out here?
Hello, Ben. Getting ready to go somewhere?
No, I just decided to leave sooner than I expected, that's all.
Oh. Kind of a sudden decision, isn't it?
Sudden? Oh, yeah. You see, I figured there was no point in my sticking around any longer. Just make Mom and everyone else more unhappy than they already are.
Yeah, I guess you're right at that. Oh, by the way, I suppose you heard they haven't found the stolen money from that stick-up in town yet.
Oh?
The sheriff thinks they may find it hidden along the back trail somewhere.
Yeah, sounds logical.
Maybe. Funny, isn't it? I bet a lot of guys would like to get their hands on that much money. Just think, $5,000 in unmarked bills.
What are you driving at?
Oh, nothing. I was just wondering what I'd do if I had that kind of money. Guess I'd buy a lot of things, but I doubt if I'd be able to sleep much at night.
Look, Gene, like I said...
I know. You're in a hurry to leave. Well, guess I'll be going.
What are you looking at me like that for?
I was just recalling a passage your dad used to quote ever so often from the Bible. It went, "What shall it profit a man if he gaineth the whole world and loseth his soul?" Well, so long, Ben. Take it easy. Sunday, and as Pat and I walked in to take our seats for the morning services, the congregation was just finishing singing the opening hymn.
Hey, Gene, look. There's Miss Carter down front, all by herself.
Yeah, I see her, Pat.
Gosh, you'd think Ben at least would be here if for no other reason than just that his mom wants him to be. By the way, who's preaching a sermon this morning, do you know?
Reverend Lewis from over at Rimrock, I think.
Oh, sure. He's a nice fella.
Shh. He's coming out now.
Hey, Gene, look. It's Ben. I thought you said that...
Quiet, Pat, quiet. Listen.
Good friends, the subject of my sermon this morning was inspired by a favorite passage of my father's from the Old Testament. It reads, "What shall it profit a man if he gaineth the whole world and loseth his soul?" First, however, let us all rise and sing hymn number 146.
There's a little old church in the valley where I first learned of sorrow and joy.
I can see Mother there with her head bowed in prayer as she prays for her wandering boy. It was there that I first found my Sally, like an angel on earth, so it seems, when she sang sweet and low in the long, long ago, in the little old church of my dreams.
There's a little old church in the valley where I first learned of sorrow and joy.
I can see Mother there with her head bowed in prayer as she prays for her wandering boy. It was there that I first found my Sally, like an angel on earth, so it seems, when she sang sweet and low in the long, long ago, in the little old church of my dreams.
Oh, Mr. Autry, just like always, I've had a wonderful time at our get-together. I just hope everybody else had as much fun as I did.
Well, I hope so too, Patrick. One thing's sure, though. All the folks here are friends and neighbors. So I've noticed they most generally like the same things we do, which incidentally includes plenty of delicious, refreshing double mint chewing gum. Believe me, that's something I'm always glad to hear because, to my mind, Grand Double Mint Gum is in a class all by itself. A swell taste treat and a swell chewing treat that's mighty pleasant and satisfying to enjoy often every day. That's delicious, refreshing Double Mint chewing gum. Well, good friends and neighbors, guess that just about ties all the loose ends for this Sunday night's Melody Ranch Front Parlor Social. But me and the whole gang will all be back again next week at this same time and over these same CBS radio stations. Incidentally, folks, beginning this coming Wednesday, September 23rd, I'm going to be appearing in person at the big Madison Square Garden World Championship Rodeo in New York City. Hope to see lots of you Eastern friends of mine then. Meanwhile, this is Gene Autry for Double Mint, asking you to keep thinking of us until we're back in the saddle again. Out where a friend is a friend, where the longhorn cattle feed on the lowly Jimson weed, I'm back in the saddle again, riding the range once more, toting my old 44, where you sleep out every night and the only law is right, back in the saddle again.
Yes, folks, next week over these same CBS stations, the Wrigley people will again present Gene Autry, who may currently be seen in his new Columbia picture, Pack Train. This is Charles Lyon. This program was transcribed over the CBS Radio Network.
72 years ago, 6 o'clock Eastern Time on CBS, right ahead of News Sports and Drew Pearson, and then Jack Benny. The Gene Autry, Melody Ranch. The lineup was an interesting one that night. You had Jack Benny at 7, Richard Diamond, Private Detective, at 7:30, Junior Miss at 8, and then My Little Margie, radio version of a television show, The Hall of Fame, and Escape. That was what was coming up there. Let's see, over on ABC, you had, of course, a lot of religious programming. You had Walter Winchell, and yeah, that's what was there. Over on NBC, you had the First Nighter program, the American Forum of the Air, Tony Martin, Best Plays, James Stewart. And then Mutual still had its good stuff on the night. So you still had Nick Carter, Master Detective. You had The Shadow, and you still had, well, that was about, and you had Hawaii Calls. So, you know, that was a lot of what was on there. Okay, and that wraps up our look at that Sunday, 20th day of September, 1953, 72 years ago. Okay, coming up tomorrow on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox, we'll start off our Sunday with Jack Benny, Jack Parr, Father Knows Best, and Front and Center. And then we'll have Mr. Key and Front and Center. Dorothy Lamore's guests will be Amos and Andy. On Monday, Mr. Keen, Tracer of Lost Persons, Barry Craig, Romance, and Suspense, Shadow on the Wall. On Tuesday, The Great Gildersleeve, Milton Berle, Charlie McCarthy, and the Screen Director's Playhouse production of Don't Trust Your Husband, starring Fred MacMurray. On Wednesday, Let George Do It, starring Bob Bailey. Also, The Whistler, The Shadow, and Romance. And then on Thursday, Mystery in the Air, Peter Lorre, Crime and Punishment. Howard Duff as Sam Spade Detective. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, Bob Bailey in The 5 Down Matter, and Night Watch. On Friday, we'll have comedy with an episode of the Lux Radio Theater, 7 Keys to Baldplate, starring serious actors Jack Benny and Mary Livingston. Also a preview of the upcoming half-hour Lum and Abner show as it was broadcast in 1948. Groucho Marx in You Bet Your Life. Westerns again next Saturday with Gunsmoke, The Six-Shooter, Have Gun Will Travel, and we'll also have an adventure of Challenge of the Yukon. That's what's coming up this week ahead here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Anytime, classicradio.stream. Up next, John Dehner as Paladin.
You won't see the engineer that slams the Nissan Rogue's door 13,920 times. Or the corrosive chamber that simulates 15 years of life in 5 months. Or the Rogue heat-baked for over 300 combined hours. What you will see is a vehicle that can take punch after punch and keep rolling. Nissan, #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands by J.D. Power. We put it through the worst, so you get its best. For J.D. Power 2025 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2025 model year. Newer models may be shown.
Learn and live through civil defense. This is Mitzi Gaynor. During wartime, quick, accurate information is vital to the public. Conrad, radio broadcasts at 6:40 or 12:40, will be your only official means of information. In an attack, tune to 6:40 or 12:40 on your radio.
We roll on Classic Radio Theater. John Dehner as Paladin in a 1959 episode of Have Gun Will Travel from 66 years ago today. The story of Stardust.
The choice is yours. Either try to outdraw me or turn around and ride out of here while you're still alive. Have Gun Will Travel. Starring Mr. John Dehner as Paladin. San Francisco, 1875. The Carlton Hotel, headquarters of the man called Paladin.
Oh, good morning, Mr. Paladin.
Oh, hello, hey boy. I didn't expect you to be at the desk this morning.
Oh, yes, sir. Desk clerk asked me to stay here while you have breakfast. Why are you up so early?
Couldn't sleep. Thought I'd pick up the newspaper and have breakfast in the dining room.
Oh, I was coming up to your room when desk clerk returned. The telegram for you arrived a few minutes ago. Here.
Thank you.
I have newspapers all sorted. I get them.
No, just the San Francisco paper for now, hey boy.
Okay.
Let's see.
Here's the Alta California. Not much interesting news in paper today, Mr. Paladin. Is telegram interesting?
Yes, very. Do you remember Lola Blackwood?
Lola Blackwood? Oh, yes, sir. Very famous actress who stays at Carlton when she comes to play at California Theater. Very nice lady friend of Mr. Paladin. Hey, boy, not see her for a long time. She coming back?
No, she retired from the theater about a year ago.
Oh, that's too bad. I did not know. Lovely lady as Miss Blackwood should always be seen by many people. Why she sent telegram?
Says she needs help. Wants me to come at once.
Oh, you go?
Yes, as soon as I pack.
Hey, boy, send answer to telegram?
No, just get me a seat on the next stage to Sacramento.
Hi, partners. I'm going to explain the difference between ordinary stereo phonographs and Columbia Stereo 1. Listen to an oil well on ordinary stereo. Now listen to it on Columbia Stereo 1. Man, there's a real 1,000-barrel-a-day sound. The difference is Columbia's stupendous stereo projection, not just a couple of speakers shooting in different directions. Columbia gives you the real thing, fills every inch of the room with all the sound and feeling of a live performance. And I mean a Texas-sized room. Man, ain't that the prettiest money-making sound? Get down to your Columbia phonograph dealer and ask. Demand to hear Stereo 1 by Columbia. Why, they start as low as $39.95 for portables, $129.95 for consoles. Somebody cap that well. We're losing a fortune.
In In Sacramento, I rented a horse and started on my journey to the town of Grass Valley. It had been over a year since I had last heard from Lola Blackwood. She had written a letter that time, telling me that she was tired of touring the country as an actress and had decided to buy a ranch and settle down in Grass Valley. So my ride along the American River to the foothills of the Sierra Nevadas was filled with thoughts of this beautiful woman. When I tied my horse to the hitch rail outside the Grass Valley Hotel, I noticed a carriage standing alongside the boardwalk a few yards down the street. Sitting in the carriage with a young girl was the lovely Lola Blackwood.
Paladin!
Lola!
Oh, Paladin, how delightful to see
Lola,
you.
it's so good to see you, too.
Oh, this is wonderful. It's been such a long time.
Almost 2 years.
You mean 2 centuries. I was in San Francisco and I was playing Ophelia.
I remember, and there wasn't a dry handkerchief in the California theater.
I just can't believe it's really you. Oh, Paladin, I want you to meet Laurie Gallagher.
Hello, Laurie.
How do you do, Mr. Paladin?
I'm sure Laurie feels that she already knows you.
Oh, Aunt Lola's told me so many wonderful things about you.
Well, Laurie, your Aunt Lola is a very gracious lady, but I'm afraid she's forgotten to tell me that she had such a beautiful niece.
Oh, well, I'm not really her niece.
Laurie has been living with me for several months, Paladin, ever since her mother passed away.
Oh.
She and her mother traveled with our company, and before she died, they came to live with me. I promised her I'd take care of Laurie.
I see. And I suppose you're going to be an actress too, Laurie?
Oh, yes, sir. I'm working very hard at it.
A natural-born actress. I'm very proud of her. She's almost 13 now. In another 2 years, you may have the good fortune to see a perfect Juliet at your California theater.
Certainly. She'll be just the right age for the part.
Yes. Oh, I just can't get over this delightful surprise. What brings you into Grass Valley?
Well, your telegram.
My what?
You sent me a wire asking me to come.
Well, there must be some mistake.
I'm afraid I don't understand, Lola. Here. Here's the wire I received.
Let me see that. Need your help desperately. Most urgent you come to Grass Valley. Signed, Lola Blackwood. Well, I didn't send this.
Then who did?
I've no idea.
Well, there's one way to find out who sent it.
How, Mr. Paladin?
I'll go to the wireless office and get a verification from their files.
Aunt Lola, why don't you ask Mr. Paladin to stay with us while he's here?
Now, Laurie, maybe Mr. Paladin would rather stay in town. I'm sure it'd be much too dull for him at the ranch.
Oh, here comes Boone.
Oh.
Who is this man, Lola?
Why, Boone, This is Mr. Paladin, an old friend of mine from San Francisco. Paladin, this is Boone Cauldwell.
How you do?
You're a long way from San Francisco. What brings you here?
Business trip?
Not much business in Grass Valley for a man who wears his gun like that.
Boone.
It's a peaceful town.
And I'm a peaceful man.
Lola, you ready to go back to the ranch?
Yes, Boone.
Mm-hmm.
Lola, I'll ride out to see you tonight after I check on this telegram.
Oh, was that you said, mister?
I said I would be paying my respects to Miss Blackwood this evening.
You may as well know Miss Blackwood and I are going to be married. Her old friends won't be welcome at the ranch anymore.
But Mr. Paladin isn't just an old friend. He's someone very special to Aunt
sit
Lola.
still, youngster, and be quiet.
Boone Cauldwell.
She makes me fidgety, Lola. Kid should be seen, not heard.
What Laurie said was true. And Mr. Paladin will be welcomed at my ranch any time he so desires.
Lola, those are my decisions to make now, not yours. You understand, Paladin?
I'm afraid I don't.
Stay away from Lola. I can't make it any clearer than that. All right, get it. Come on.
Howdy.
Hello.
If you want to send a wire, just write it out on one of these forms.
No, thanks. I came in to ask you if you might remember who sent me this telegram. Came to me in San Francisco 3 days ago.
Why, it says right here, Lola Blackwood.
Well, did she come into this office to send it?
Well, she'd have to. It's the only telegraph office in town.
But do you actually remember her coming in?
Well, now that you mention it, I don't think she did. Seems I recall that little girl that lives with Miss Blackwood. What's her name?
Laurie?
Yeah, that's the one, Laurie. I remember now. She came in here with this message already printed on a piece of paper. Told me Miss Blackwood would pay the charge later.
No, don't bother Miss Blackwood with the charges. This should take care of it.
Yes, sir. It sure does.
Winston tastes good like a cigarette should because
There's filter blend up front ahead of the filter. And the flavor you get in a Winston cigarette comes from filter blend. Filter blend means fine tobacco, filter blend up front. And the flavor you get in a Winston cigarette comes from filter blend.
Filter blend is a mighty good reason for you to smoke Winston because it means tobacco's specially processed for filter smoking, a Winston secret. You get Winston's own pure white modern filter plus the rich, delightful flavor of fine tobacco.
There's filter blend up front ahead of the filter. And the fun you get in a Winston cigarette comes from filter blend and makes Winston taste good like a cigarette should. Winston tastes good like a cigarette should.
At the Grass Valley Hotel, I learned that Boone Cauldwell was a professional gambler and controlled the gaming tables at the Red Dog Saloon. I wanted to talk to Lola alone, so before I rode out to visit her, I stopped by the saloon to see if Boone was there. He was, busy at the tables. 20 minutes later, I pulled up at the ranch house. Ooh, no.
Paladin. Paladin. Laurie, go find Ching Hao. He can help us take him in the house.
But what happened?
Laurie, please hurry.
Yes, ma'am.
Paladin, can you hear me?
Lola, somebody took a shot at me.
The bullet creased your forehead, just above the eye.
Yeah, I can feel it.
Can you stand up?
I think so.
Let me help you.
No. No, I'm all right.
We'd better go in the house.
Wait a minute. Listen. The man who shot me is probably on that horse. I'm going after him.
Paladin, wait. Don't go. Paladin, I know who it is.
You? Who?
Come inside. We can talk there.
Lola told me that a man named Judd had probably done the shooting. He had been hired by Boone to watch over the place at night while Boone was working in town. Before I could learn more, we were interrupted by Laurie and the Chinese cook, Ching Hao. Laurie was pleased to see that I no longer needed assistance, and she proceeded to apply a bandage to my forehead. Lola asked Ching Hao to make some coffee, and then she took Laurie upstairs to get her ready for bed. A few minutes later, she returned, carrying a tray from the kitchen.
Coffee's ready.
Oh, good. Laurie asleep?
Not yet. She's such an excitable child. How does your head feel?
Much better, thanks to her nursing care.
Well, this coffee should help, too.
Thank you. You're both very considerate. I'm not used to this kind of treatment away from San Francisco.
If things were different, we could be much more hospitable.
Lola, what's between you and Boone Cauldwell? Are you really going to marry him?
No. At one time I was, but not now.
I didn't think so.
He's a despicable man. If I ever hated anyone, God forgive me, I hate him. Laurie despises him. It's so strange.
Strange?
Yes. Boone came into town several months ago. I met him then. He was very attentive to Laurie and to me. We loved him at the beginning. I was having financial trouble at the time. What money I had left was dwindling away, so I decided to put the ranch up for sale, but nobody wanted to buy. Boone said that since we were going to be married anyway, that he would make the mortgage payments and take over the bookkeeping. I was very thankful when he did. I never was very good at bookkeeping.
How did it work out under his management?
The ranch worked out fine, but Laurie and I didn't do so well. I'm afraid he owns most of the ranch now.
And this is what made you dislike him so much?
It happened gradually. He changed. Started treating Laurie like she didn't belong here. Wanted to send her away to a foundling home back east. I begged him out of that. It got so that he would tell me every move I should make. After a while, I knew I could never be possessed by anyone like him.
Then you should get away. Leave. You could always go back with the touring company.
Laurie would love that. I told Boone I was going to. But he's threatened to kill me if I ever try it. We couldn't get 10 miles out of this valley without him knowing about it. He's got his man Judd watching us whenever he can't be here. There's no use, Paladin. We're prisoners until Boone gets tired of us and leaves. That's my only hope.
Someone's riding up out front.
Must be Judd and Boone. I could have guessed Judd would go tell him you were here.
I'll go outside and meet him.
No, Paladin. They'll try to kill you. Stay in here, and I'll see that you leave peaceably. There's no use in your getting hurt because of my troubles.
They're my troubles, too, now, Lola. Have you forgotten the bandage on my forehead?
Constipation can be a problem for anyone, even doctors. And when constipation occurs, it's interesting to see just what doctors consider important about a laxative they might use or recommend. Well, a majority of the doctors we heard from had this to say. A laxative should be effective, gentle, as close to natural acting as possible, and a medicine that can be used with complete confidence. Now, X-Lax has been popular with many doctors and millions of people over the years because chocolated X-Lax is effective. Overnight, it helps you toward your normal regularity. X-Lax is gentle. Next morning, it gives you the closest thing to natural action. And that's why many doctors and millions of people use X-Lax with complete confidence. X-Lax, the laxative that helps you toward your normal regularity gently, overnight.
Is X-Lax in your medicine cabinet?
Hello, Boone.
I told you this afternoon to stay away from Lola.
I heard you say something like that before you rode away. But you didn't wait long enough for me to give you my answer.
Get on your horse and clear out of here. I'm not going to waste any more words on you, Paladin.
Your friend Judd doesn't like to waste words either. You ambush everybody who walks to this door after sundown, Judd?
I wasn't trying to shoot you, mister. That was only to scare you off.
You're lucky you did hit me. Otherwise, you wouldn't have lived long enough to ride in after Boone.
Paladin, get off this ranch.
No, Boone. I won't be leaving. You will. Get on your horses and move out. Both of you.
Nobody talks to me like that. All right, Judd, take him.
Don't you try it, Judd.
Killed him. Didn't even give him a chance to draw.
He reached for his gun.
In just a cold-blooded killer. Well, I've taken care of men like you before.
I believe you. Professional gamblers usually know how to take care of themselves. So, my gun is back in its holster if you want to try to outdraw me.
There's no other way, is there?
It's up to you. Make your choice. My advice is to turn around and ride out of here while you're still alive.
Paladin, I don't need your advice.
Paladin?
It's all right, Lola.
he dead?
Both of them.
I was so afraid for you. I'm sorry you had to get mixed up with my troubles.
I wouldn't have come here if I hadn't wanted to.
I'm grateful, Paladin.
You can thank Laurie.
Laurie?
She sent me the telegram.
I'd forgotten about the wire. Oh, Laurie. Poor Laurie.
Why do you say that?
She must never know, Paladin. Boone was her father.
Her father?
Yes. Boone left her mother before Laurie was born. Her mother gave me a picture of him before she died. Told me to destroy it so that Laurie would never see it. I kept the picture for a while. It wasn't until after I'd fallen in love with Boone that I remembered to get rid of it. I hardly recognized him from the photograph at first. The years had changed him so much. But I knew it was he.
Did you ask him about it?
Yes, but he denied everything. Said he was never married, never knew Laurie's mother. After that, he started showing his hatred for the child. I realized then what kind of a man he really was. But it was too late to do anything about it.
Aunt Lola?
I'd better go in and tell her what's happened. Don't let her know about Boone.
Don't worry, Lola. I won't. Well, good morning, Miss Wong.
Oh, Miss Paladin, welcome home. You come back last night?
Yes, the stage didn't get in till almost midnight.
Oh, you have nice trip?
Very nice.
Oh, please, excuse Miss Wong. I will be back to finish making up your bed in a few minutes.
Where are you going?
To get another girl to help Miss Wong. When I bend over to make up bed, my head becomes very dizzy.
Is something wrong? Don't you feel all right?
I think so, but Miss Wong's head is all filled with champagne.
Champagne?
Yes, sir. We have a big birthday party for Honorable Aunt last night. Miss Wong drank too much champagne.
Oh, that's bad.
Oh, that's bad.
Mm-hmm. Was Hey Boy at the party?
Oh, yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. And how does he feel this morning?
I do not know. He not come to work yet.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
He must have had a lot of champagne, too.
Yes, sir. Much more than Miss Wong. Maybe he dizzy this morning, too?
Mm-hmm. More than likely.
Oh, likely.
Knowing Hey Boy, I wouldn't expect him to come to work at all today.
Oh, poor Hey Boy.
Now, here's a word from MGM star Debbie Reynolds.
Hi, this is Debbie Reynolds with just about the biggest entertainment news since the movies. It's Look magazine's special issue all about crowded, incredible, crazy, mixed-up California. The new issue of Look, the one that's out right now, is jam-packed with all kinds of interesting things about California. The people, fashions, apartments, politics, sports, Hollywood. Look has covered everything from champagne making to religion in California. Let's see. There's a full color section on the latest styles, an article about new adult movies and Hollywood's production code. There's a picture story about California's boom in apartment living. Take a tip from me, Debbie Reynolds. Just for the fun of it, pick up a copy of the big special California issue of Look magazine. You'll like Look.
That was Debbie Reynolds, who stars with Glenn Ford in the fun-filled MGM picture It Started With a Kiss, now at your favorite theater. Don't miss it. Have Gun, Will Travel. Created by Herb Meadow and Sam Rolfe, is produced and directed in Hollywood by Frank Paris and stars John Dehner as Paladin, with Ben Wright as Hey Boy and Virginia Gregg as Miss Wong. Tonight's story was specially written for Have Gun, Will Travel by Mr. Paris. Featured in the cast were Norma Jean Nielsen, Lawrence Dobkin, Tim Graham, and Gene Bates. This is Hugh Douglas inviting you to join us again next week when CBS Radio presents Have Gun, Will Travel.
"66 years ago, September 20th, 1959, Paladin on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Have Gun, Will Travel. Don't forget to visit our webpage at classicradio.stream to support the podcast. You can either buy me a copy or there's items for sale there if you'd like to buy something nice. Be good. All righty, let's get on get to Dodge City and Gunsmoke.
You won't see the engineer that slams the Nissan Rogue's door 13,920 times. Or the corrosive chamber that simulates 15 years of life in 5 months. Or the Rogue heat-baked for over 300 combined hours. What you will see is a vehicle that can take punch after punch and keep rolling. Nissan, #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands by J.D. Power. We put it through the worst, so you get its best. For J.D. Power 2025 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2025 model year. Newer models may be shown.
Civil defense is common sense. This is Pat Boone. In case of enemy attack, you must know your warning signals. A steady blast of 3 to 5 minutes means tune your radio dial to 640 or 1240. A 3-minute wavering tone or a series of short blasts, take cover immediately.
You know, of all these people that we've heard from today on civil defense, Pat Boone, I think, is the only one that's still with us. Really? Yeah. Just thought I'd mention it. Let's listen to the FU. Yes, the FU, an episode of Gunsmoke. This goes back 71 years, September 20th, 1954.
Gunsmoke, brought to you by Chesterfield, America's most popular two-way cigarette. What a pair. Chesterfield King Size at the new low price. Chesterfield Regular. Around Dodge City and in the territory on West, there's just one way to handle the killers and the spoilers, and that's with a U.S. Marshal and the smell of Gunsmoke. Gunsmoke, starring William Conrad. The transcribed story of the violence that moved west with young America. And the story of a man who moved with it.
I'm that man, Matt Dillon, United States Marshal. The first man they look for and the last they want to meet. It's a chancy job, and it makes a man watchful and a little lonely.
Mr. Dillon.
Hello, Chester.
I sure am glad you're back.
Well, only been gone a couple of hours.
Well, that's all it takes, a couple of hours. Onie Becker's been shot.
Huh? Onie Becker?
You know him, that little sodbuster lives out near Clear Spring.
Oh, yeah.
He's up at Doc's. You want to see him?
Yeah. Well, tell me about it, Chester.
Well, sir, all I know is he was gambling this morning over at the Texas Trail. He left there a little after noon, and then some fellas found him laying in an alley with a bullet in him.
Well, can he talk?
No, sir. He's been unconscious the whole time. But Doc's working on him in here.
Oh, hello, Matt.
How is he, Doc?
He's dead, Matt. About 10 minutes ago.
Oh. Onie Becker. Now, who'd have shot a harmless little man like that?
Harmless is right. He didn't even have a pocket knife on him. And besides, he was shot in the back.
Maybe it was an accident of some kind.
Accident? Chester, I once tried to save a man who'd pulled a scythe across the back of his neck by accident. Yes, and I remember a boy who fell between the slats of a fence and got hung. But I never heard of a man shooting himself in the back by accident.
Well, I meant maybe somebody else done it.
Of course somebody else did it.
I know that. I meant by mistake.
Oh, Chester. Chester, are you sure you've been keeping your hat on when you're walking around in the sun?
Oh, you're just mad because Onie Becker died on you,
There was
Doc.
nothing I could do to save him. He bled to death. Inside.
Oh, you did what you could, Doc.
Yes, well, I think I did.
Did, Onie say anything? Anything at all?
No, Matt, he never even opened his eyes.
Well, he was shot in the back, so it wasn't anybody he was fighting with.
Well, I don't know, Mr. Dillon. Onie was fighting, or at least having an argument over a card this morning with that gambler, what's his name, Al Clovis, over at the Texas Trail.
He was. Well, why didn't you say so before, Chester?
Well, I never heard of this Al Clovis.
Oh, he's only been here about a week, Doc. Chester, you wait here. I'm going over the Texas Trail.
Oh, is that you? Oh, hello, Marshal.
Hello, John.
Looking for somebody, Matt?
Oh, hiya, Kitty. Is Al Clovis here?
I was wondering when you'd get around to him.
What do you mean?
And Al Clovis threatened him this noon just before Onie went out and got shot.
Huh?
Almost seemed like Al was trying to start a fight with him, Matt.
Where was Clovis when it happened, Kitty?
He wasn't in here.
Yeah. Kitty, you know Al Clovis better than I do. Would you say he's the kind of a man who would murder Onie Becker because of an argument over cards? You know, shoot him in the back?
I don't know him that well, Matt.
Yeah, well, maybe he had another reason to kill him. If he did it.
Shooting little Onie Becker's like shooting a pet deer. Makes about as much sense.
Yeah. But usually when a man gets murdered, there's a reason of some kind for it.
You mean it'd take more than plain anger to follow a man down an alley and shoot him in the back?
Well, ordinarily it would.
Al Clovis must have wanted Onie dead for some special reason, Matt. Maybe Onie had something on him.
Yeah, maybe.
He was in here a while ago, but he left.
Well, I'll find him.
He might be at the depot, Matt.
Huh? At the depot?
He said something about going to St. Louis. Now everything's been taken care of here. I didn't know what he meant at the time, but he said it loud, and I know the train leaves at 4:30.
4:30? That's about that now, isn't it?
Well, maybe he said it just to throw you off his trail.
Yeah, well, I'll find out. I'll see you later, Kitty.
Better hurry, Matt.
This is George Fenneman. In choosing your cigarette, be sure to remember this. You will like Chesterfield best because only Chesterfield has the right combination of the world's best tobaccos. Tobaccos that are highest in quality, low in nicotine, best for you. You and I smoke for relaxation, for comfort, for satisfaction. And in the whole wide world, no cigarette satisfies like a Chesterfield. Get a carton of Chesterfield today. Chesterfield Regular, Chesterfield King Size, both at the same price in most places.
In regular or king size, you can get 'em either way. The best smoke ever made's the Chesterfield you buy today. Smokers coast to coast are changing, it's a cinch to do. Here's all you have to say to get the one that's best for you. Chesterfield's for me, Chesterfield's for me. You just say it's Chesterfield's for me.
One more car to go, Mr. Dillon. If Al Clovis ain't in there, he ain't on this train.
Well, he might have fooled us after all, Chester.
Yes, sir. He could be riding west while we're heading east. We'll never find him if he is.
Well, let's take a look into this car before we walk in, huh?
Yes, sir. Well, I sure don't see him. Not in there, I don't.
Yeah. Yeah, unless that's him down there, lying back with his hat pulled over his face.
It could be.
Well, it better be. Now, come on.
Okay, sir.
Hey, wake up, mister. Come on, wake up.
Quit bothering me. What do you want here?
Marshal Dillon. Huh. What are you doing here?
Keep your hands on your knees, Clovis. Tight.
Well, what's this all about, Marshal?
You carrying a gun?
Why should I carry a gun?
Stand up, Clovis. Come on, stand up.
Okay. What for?
All right, search him, Chester.
Yes, sir.
No, keep to one side of him, out of my way.
Don't you try nothing, Clovis.
Why should I? I told you I wasn't armed.
No, ain't nothing on him.
All right. Okay, you can sit down, Clovis.
I don't understand this, Marshal. What are you looking for?
I'm looking for the man who murdered Onie Becker this afternoon.
You mean you followed me and got on this train because you thought I killed Onie?
It's about 100 miles to Great Bend, Clovis. We'll get off there and take tomorrow's train back to Dodge.
Oh, you're making a big mistake, Marshal. While you were riding up and down on this railroad, whoever did kill Onie Becker's leaving the country for good. You'll never catch him now.
What you're trying to say is that you don't admit killing him yourself, isn't it?
I'm not a murderer, Marshal.
No, we'll see.
Oh, I know what you're thinking. You heard Onie and I had a little argument this morning.
Didn't you?
Sure. That doesn't prove anything. I argue with lots of men.
You threatened to kill him.
Ah, that was just to scare him. He was being kind of stubborn about it all. You know what those farmers are like. And I suppose it takes a stubborn man to grow potatoes.
Well, if you're so innocent, why did you announce everything had been taken care of and that you were going to St. Louis?
Did I say that, Marshal?
You know, Clovis, I can always kick you in the head and take you back to Dodge in a sack. Now, why did you run?
I'm not running. There's no reason why I should. That's the truth, Marshal.
Where were you when Onie Becker was killed?
I was wondering when you'd ask me that.
I suppose you got an alibi.
You know Mr. Botkin, don't you, Marshal?
I ought to. Botkin's run the Dodge Bank ever since it was an old whiskey barrel.
Well, I was with him in his office at the bank, Marshal. I suppose you'll take his word for it.
Yeah, sure I will.
Well, we were discussing the money I placed in the bank when I arrived in Dodge a week ago. $5,000, Marshal. Mr. Botkin is going to transfer it to St. Louis for me.
Chester.
Yes, sir?
Go up and tell the engineer to stop the train at Jane's Crossing.
Stop the train?
There's a ranch about a mile from there where we can borrow some horses.
Well, I thought you said we were spending the night at Great Bend, Marshal.
I changed my mind, Clovis. Your story doesn't make much sense, and I want to get back to Dodge and find out why.
It must be about midnight.
Sure is, and I'm tired. Haven't been on a horse in years.
Oh, well, why didn't you say so, Clovis? We'd have borrowed a wagon for you.
Never mind, Chester. Now, you take him on down to the jail and lock him up, huh? I'm going to stop here at Mr. Botkin's house. His light's still on.
Want me to go in with you, Marshal?
I'll let you know what he has to say, Clovis. I'll be along a little while, Chester.
All right, sir.
Matt Dillon, Mr. Botkin.
Oh. Well, Marshal, come in. Come in.
I wouldn't have bothered you this late, Mr. Botkin, but I saw your light was on, and I figured you were still up.
Up? Of course I'm up. How could I sleep tonight?
Why? What's wrong?
Where have you been, Marshal? The whole town of Dodge has been looking for you. Fine time for you to be up riding off somewhere, I must say.
Well, tell me what happened.
What happened? Don't you know even yet? What are you doing here at my house?
Well, if you'll calm down, I'll tell you.
You'll tell me? I'd better tell you, Marshal. Well, you're out gallivanting around on the prairie somewheres. My bank was held up.
What?
About 5 o'clock, just as we were closing. 3 men that got away with over $25,000. Every cent of cash I had in that vault, Marshal.
Well, didn't anybody try to follow him?
No, they tied me and them cashiers up so tight they were miles out of town before we could get loose. There's a few men saw him leave, but they were afraid to do anything about it. And, of course, the United States Marshal, he wasn't even in town.
Did you get a look at him?
No. No, they were masked. Nobody I found can even identify their horses. They're just gone, Marshal. With $25,000.
Look, Mr. Botkin, I came here to ask you a question. It might have something to do with your bank being robbed.
Oh? Well, what is it?
Was Al Clovis with you in your office about noon today?
Clovis? Yes, he was for a couple of hours. Why?
He had some money on deposit?
Yeah, that $5,000 cash. Of course, that's gone, too. That's part of the money they took. I'm afraid Clovis is broke now, along with me and a lot of other people.
Well, maybe he isn't as broke as you think.
Oh, he's broke. Unless you can get that money back, Marshal.
Look, I got an idea. I might find it for you, Mr. Botkin. And it won't take very long, either.
Well, I got Clovis all locked up, Mr. Dillon. He won't be taking no more trains for a while.
Good.
What'd you find out from Mr. Botkin?
And I'll tell you and Clovis at the same time, Chester.
Well, he's right in the first cell.
Well, Marshal, come to turn me loose?
Mr. Botkin says your alibi's good, Clovis.
If you'd have believed me in the first place, you'd have saved us all a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
Well, let me out. I don't want to spend the night here.
You better get used to it, Clovis. You're going to be spending a lot of nights in here.
What?
At least a month or two of them.
No. They can't keep me here, Marshal. It's illegal.
Is it?
Of course it is.
Well, maybe you know more about the law than I do, Clovis, but I run this jail, and you're going to stay here a long time. And what's more, I'm going to tell the whole town where you are. Come on, Chester.
Marshal, I demand to be released at once. Now come back here. It'll cost you your job if you keep me here.
Shut the door, Chester.
Marshal, you can't do this. Marshal!
You really gonna keep him locked up, Mr. Dillon?
I am.
But he ain't done nothing. I mean, if Mr. Botkin said he is with him...
Well, Clovis didn't kill Onie Becker, if that's what you mean.
Well, then why don't you turn him loose?
Chester, the bank was robbed of $25,000 today.
It was?
Yeah, just after we got on the train. Looks to me like Onie Becker was murdered just to get me to follow Al Clovis out of town.
Well...
We'll find out in a few minutes. I don't think Clovis can stand the idea of sitting in jail while his partners ride off with all that money.
You mean he was supposed to get out of here and meet them as soon as his alibi was made good, huh?
That's the only way it makes sense to me.
Marshal! Marshal Dillon!
Well, it didn't take as long as I thought. Come on.
Marshal, I got to talk to you.
All right, go ahead.
You really gonna keep me in jail here? You mean that?
That's all you wanted? Don't bother me again.
No, don't go, Marshal.
What do you want, then? It's late, Clovis. I want to get to bed.
Marshal, I'll make you a deal.
About what?
If I help you get back whatever was stolen from the bank today, can I keep my $5,000 out of it?
How did you know the bank was robbed, Clovis?
You're smart, Marshal. I can tell you got this all figured, holding me in jail and all. But I'm smart, too.
Are you?
Smart enough to know you need me as much as I need you. You'll never find those men without me, Marshal. But I can take you to where they are, and I'll identify them for you.
Why?
All I want out of it is my $5,000. Now, that's mine. You can do what you like with the rest.
The court will have to decide about your $5,000, not me.
Will you think there's a chance I might get it?
Well, I don't know. But you're a gambler, aren't you?
It'll help my showing you where they are, won't it?
Yeah, it'll help.
Okay. I'm supposed to meet them tonight or early tomorrow, Marshal. They won't wait longer than that.
All right, who are they, Clovis?
They're not friends of mine, Marshal. I never saw them before 2 weeks ago in St. Louis. And they're all hiding behind summer names.
Yeah. How far's away the meeting place?
It's an old cabin, about 20 miles from here.
They there now?
Nobody stopped them here, did they?
No. Thanks to you.
But I'm helping you now, Marshal.
If I find your partners, you are. Chester, go get our horses.
We going out there tonight, Mr. Dillon?
Would you rather try it in broad daylight, Chester?
No, sir.
One-way cigarettes, one size, that is, are almost obsolete because they just don't give smokers what they want. Either way, you'll like Chesterfield best. It's America's most popular two-way cigarette because only Chesterfield gives you the right combination of the world's best tobaccos. Tobaccos that are highest in quality, low in nicotine, best for you. You and I smoke for relaxation, for comfort, for satisfaction. And in the whole wide world, no cigarette satisfies like a Chesterfield. You smoke with the greatest possible pleasure when your cigarette is Chesterfield. Yes, these 6 words, highest in quality, low in nicotine, mean Chesterfield is best for you. Get a carton of Chesterfield. Chesterfield Regular, Chesterfield King Size. Both at the same price in most places.
You sure you can find this cabin, Clovis?
I made the ride out here one night just to be sure.
I swear I can't hardly see nothing. I wish that moon wasn't all scudded up with clouds.
Chester, you still don't understand that if you can see them, they can see you.
Chester, I know. You're right, Mr. Dillon. It sure looks like rain, though.
We're almost there.
Good.
Marshal.
Yeah.
How are you going to take them? 3 men.
What's the matter, Clovis? You getting scared?
You know what they'll do to me if you don't take them, Marshal.
Like I said, you're a gambler, aren't you?
Look, why don't you give me a gun? I'll help you.
We'll manage.
You can trust me, Marshal. I'm on your side now.
Clovis, I wouldn't trust a man like you if you were in church, praying.
Wait. Somewhere over there. Ooh. Yeah. There it is. That little clump of elder. The cabin's in there, eh? You see the light?
Yeah. Are you sure that's it?
Of course I am.
Okay, let's get out. Chester, I'm going to go up on foot and have a look. You stay here with Clovis.
Okay, sir.
What if they hear him and come out and shoot him?
Mr. Dillon ain't exactly green at this game, Clovis.
They wouldn't kill me. They'd burn me or something first.
Can't blame 'em much.
Wish I'd stayed in jail. Wished I'd let him keep the money. Something's sure to go wrong here. Unless maybe I outsmart him.
You ain't gonna outsmart nobody, Clovis, so forget about it.
Okay.
I declare I never seen a darker night than this is.
No. Neither did I. Here, get off.
Get off. What's the matter?
It's my horse. He's standing on my foot.
We'll push him off.
I can't. Now help me, Chester.
No, for pity's sake.
Come on. Ow.
Move him. That's all you gotta do.
Back.
Here, what are you doing? Clovis?
I got your gun, Chester. Now shut up. Don't move.
But you give me
Shut up,
that
I said.
gun.
That's better. Hey, what's that?
Thunder, Clovis. You'll be hearing a different kind when Mr. Dillon gets back here.
He's not coming back here. We're going to him. And if he shoots anybody, it'll be you, because you're going to be right in front of me. Like this. All right. Start walking, Chester. Go on. That's far enough. Stop here. We'll pick up the marshal now and go on to the cabin. I'll call him and tell him how you're fixed. Go on, call him.
Mr. Dillon? Mr. Dillon? He ain't nowhere around
Yes,
here.
he is. Tell him. Go on.
Clovis got my gun, Mr. Dillon.
Tell him if he doesn't walk over here with his hands up, I'll shoot you.
He's gonna take us both to the cabin, Mr. Dillon. He says he'll shoot me.
You heard him, Marshal. And I'll kill him sure if you try anything.
He ain't close enough. I tell you, he's probably clear up there at the cabin.
Okay, start walking, Chester. Just straight ahead. Once I get you inside the cabin, he'll have to give up. Unless he wants you dead.
You hurt, Chester?
No, sir. His gun just went off when you hit him.
All right, get the gun quick. Come on.
I got it, Mr. Dillon.
All right, let's get up to that cabin. They know we're out here now.
Oh, they're getting away, Mr. Dillon. They're gone.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. I just don't know what to say.
Then don't say anything. Let's try to find our horses. We'll get Clovis later.
We'll never find them horses in the dark this way.
Rain. Well, that's it. There won't be a track left now. Well, there go 3 killers and $25,000.
Oh, Mr. Dillon, I just feel awful about this.
How'd he get your gun away from you anyway?
Well, see, he said his horse was standing on his foot, So
you walked up and let him pull your gun right out of the holster, huh?
Yes, sir. That's about the way it happened. Mr. Dillon, you should have let him take me into that cabin. They'd have killed me, but you could have caught them. They wouldn't have got away like they did.
Yeah, I know. I was close enough to hear what Clovis said.
Well, then why'd you save me? Everything would have been okay.
Oh, yeah. Everything would have been okay. Oh, most everything, Chester.
Well, let's just don't stand here in the rain talking about it. Come on.
My, what a terrible mess.
Ah, it was my choice, Chester. Not yours.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Dillon. Mr. Dillon? Would you like a whorehound drop?
L&M filters are sweeping the country, and the reason's simple. No filter compares with L&M's exclusive Miracle Tip for quality or for effectiveness. And notice how easy it draws. You get much more flavor, much less nicotine. Yes, only L&M gives you effective filtration, and no other cigarette has it. Our statement of quality goes unchallenged. L&M is America's highest quality and best filter tip cigarette. Buy L&M's, now king size or regular, both at the same low price.
Gunsmoke, produced and directed by Norman Macdonald, stars William Conrad as Matt Dillon, U.S. Marshal. Tonight's story was specially written for Gunsmoke by John Meston, with music composed and conducted by Rex Corey. Featured in the cast were John Dehner and Lawrence Dobkin. Harley Bear is Chester, Howard McNear is Doc, and Georgia Ellis is Kitty. Join us again next week as Matt Dillon, U.S. Marshal, fights to bring law and order out of the wild violence of the West in Gunsmoke. Remember, next week at this same time, Chesterfield will bring you another transcribed story of the Western frontier on Gunsmoke.
This is the CBS Radio Network.
You won't see the engineer that slams the Nissan Rogue's door 13,920 times. Or the corrosive chamber that simulates 15 years of life in 5 months. Or the Rogue, heat-baked for over 300 combined hours. What you will see is a vehicle that can take punch after punch and keep rolling. Nissan, #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands by J.D. Power. We put it through the worst, so you get its best. For J.D. Power 2025 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2025 model year. Newer models may be shown.
From Monday, September 20th, 1954, Gunsmoke. On that same Monday night, you also got to hear Fibber McGee and Molly.
Civil defense is common sense. This is Fred McMurray. Home shelters can be built for as little as $100. Simple plans for building inexpensive home shelters are available free from your civil defense office. Ask for a copy of the Family Fallout Shelter booklet.
And you'll get to hear Fred McMurray on Tuesday's Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. But right now, we'll hear from a Monday night, what it was like in Wistful Vista, 79 to be precise, with Fibber McGee and Molly.
It's time for Fibber McGee and Molly. Sundays through Thursdays, NBC brings you Fibber McGee and Molly transcribed. The show is written by Phil Leslie and Len Levinson and directed by Max Hutto. We'll join Fibber and Molly in just a moment. Vacation days are over for America's millions of school children, or so many parents think. The actual truth is most of these youngsters are beginning a part-time vacation. For generally speaking, our public school system is in such sad condition that it can offer only a part-time education to these children. The nation is short some 345,000 classrooms this fall, which means 3 out of every 5 classrooms are overcrowded. We need 118,000 new elementary teachers to take care of the increased enrollment and to replace teachers leaving the profession. Obviously, nothing will be done unless parents and citizens generally take an active interest in bettering the existing conditions. The National Citizens Commission for Public Schools was founded to encourage such interest and to help people transform interest into constructive action for improving our schools. For guidance from this commission and for free material on what's being done in other communities, write Better Schools, 2 West 45th Street, New York City. Ever fall heir to a windfall so small you didn't know what to do with it? Well, that seems to be the current problem of Fibber McGee and Molly.
$4.88. $4.88. A fine tax refund on all the money I poured into that federal government.
Well, I know you were expecting more, but there's an old saying I just made up. It's better than a poke in the eye with a sharp stick.
Well, there's no use setting up a trust fund or going into business or planning my retirement with $4.88, kiddo. We might as well live it up.
That's for me. What did you have in mind?
A little surprise, kiddo. I'm going to take you out to dinner.
Wonderful. I'm your girl.
Take you out for that swell $2 buffet dinner they have at the Ritz Vista Hotel. In the sump room.
Good, good, good. We haven't been there in ages. That's a perfect way to spend our refund check. Well, come on, let's get dressed.
Now, you go ahead. I'll be right with you. Want to go out to the kitchen and get the sandpaper and the shoe polish.
Sandpaper and shoe polish. What are you going to do with that combination?
Spruce myself up for dinner. What else? Going to take the shine off the seat of my serge suit and put one on my shoes.
Oh, look, McGee, they've changed the sump room all around.
Yeah, sort of a Louis the Quince motif. French. What do you got to do around here to get a table? Make a noise like a $5 tip?
Hush, McGee, here comes the head waiter.
Not the head waiter, Molly. The maitre d'. That's short for Maitre D' Hotel.
Yes, monsieur, that is me. Two?
Two what?
There will be 2 people.
There are 2 people, my good Maitre D'. My charming wife and myself.
To be sure. This way, please.
New decorations, I see. Just put them in?
Yes, sir. In 1948.
That long ago?
Well, we rarely get over to this part of town, Mater. Except when we're slumming, of course. This table will do.
Oh, I'm sorry, monsieur.
What's the matter? You saving it for somebody else? Well, I'll have you know our money's just as good as anybody else's.
Oh, it isn't that, sir.
Yeah, and a lot better, too. We'll take this table.
But if the man doesn't want to give you the table?
I would like to oblige you, sir, but I really cannot.
Oh, so you cannot?
If he says he cannot?
I happen to like this table. And if you're going to be stubborn about it, Bud, we'll talk to the boss. Who's the boss of this joint?
Boss?
He is, McGee.
He is not.
I am not.
He is, too.
Who is?
You are, monsieur. You are the boss.
That's a better attitude.
I am only the maitre d'. Technically, the maitre d' is the master of the dining room, but the manager, he gives me the orders. The chef, he gives me the counter orders. The waiters, they have the union give me the new orders. The buzz boys, they laugh at my orders. The customers, the orders they give me. You know what Maitre D' stands for? He stands for anything and everything. Now, please be seated right here, where you insist on sitting. It's a table where the bus boys put the dirty dishes, but you want it, you got it. I'll send over a waiter. Robert, this table, take care of it.
Well, I don't care what he says. I like this table.
So do the bus boys, only I hope they don't like it the same time we do.
Good evening, sir. I'll get you your menus.
No, we don't need them. We want the buffet. Little of everything to begin with. Then we'll pick out something we like to concentrate on second time around, and then...
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. We haven't had a buffet dinner for 4 or 5 years.
Oh, fine. I was all set.
Oh, that's okay. We'll find something good, kiddo. Let's take a squint at the bill of fare, garçon.
The maitre d' is bringing them over.
Ready to order now, monsieur? Here you are. For this evening, our chef has prepared many specialities. Look here. Canard sauvage à la l'ancienne. Langouste à la crème au porto. What de veau Bercy.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. Wait a minute. I'm trying to follow you there, Si. Wow. That canard. $8.50.
That must be one of those base canards I hear about.
Oh, no. It is a canard sauvage. Wild duck, madame.
Man, if he saw these prices, he would be. Boy, $6.50. $7.25.
Oh, perhaps you would like something lighter, monsieur. Here's just the thing. Grenouilles et gratin boulet.
What is it?
Oh, madame. It is delicious.
Yeah. Well, that's exactly what we had in mind, Mater. Bring us 2 of those. And coffee.
Oui, monsieur.
Why'd you order that, McGee? You don't even know what it is.
It's the cheapest thing on the menu, that's what it is. At $5 a copy, it's got to be good, and gee whiz, I don't know where the...
Back to Wistful Vista in a minute.
These grilled lamb chops, are they delicious?
And this barbecued beef. Oh, it's sensational.
Gosh, Peggy, I wish I could grill and barbecue at home, but my old range just won't do it.
Then, Nancy, why don't you look at a new RCA estate?
Oh?
Mine grills and bakes and barbecues all at once. Why, it's the most wonderful range I've ever...
That's right, ladies. With a new RCA estate range, you can turn out the recipes you've always dreamed of. There's a deluxe gas model with all these wonderful RCA features. Built-in griddle, barbecue or meat oven, balanced heat bake oven, finger lift broiler, and so many more. You can choose from 20 new RCA estate ranges, either gas or electric, to suit your own cooking preference. Prices start at just $144.95. See RCA estate ranges at your dealers now. Remember, the world's best names for quality. RCA and RCA Victor.
Hey, waiter, garçon.
Yes, sir. You wanted something?
Well, nothing much. Just my dinner, that's all.
But it takes time, sir. Everything is cooked to order, you know. Now, what was it you ordered?
I ordered the grenels or the gratins or something. It's been so long since I gave the order, I forgot what it was.
And didn't know it in the first place.
I'll check your order, sir. It should be ready now.
I wonder what it is that takes so long.
Oh, probably some complicated French dish. I only hope that
Well, as I live and breathe Fibber and Molly McGee.
Well, hello, Dr. Gamble.
Hello. Don't bother to get up, McGee.
I wasn't going to. What are you doing here, Docky? Sit down.
Oh, I can't, thanks. I'm having dinner with the Andersons over there. I just wanted to say hello to you, kid.
Ah, here we are. I brought it myself. The grenouilles au gratin boulet for two.
Did you say grenouilles?
Oui, monsieur. Au gratin boulet. Oh, delicious. Bon appétit, madame et monsieur. Bon.
Well, I better be getting back to my party now. Fancy you two eating grenouilles. Well, one never knows.
One sure don't, beefy, breathless, and befuddled. What's wrong with two lovers of fine gourmetry ordering these grenuellis?
Nothing at all. Only I never imagined you two would like frog's legs.
Why, of course we do. Did he say frog legs?
He didn't say pot roast. Now what are we going to do?
Oh, I don't know. I can't eat those things. If I'd have known what it was, I'd have never... Why, look at it. 4 measly frog's legs. $5. One frog. Hey, Mater, over here.
Monsieur, please, what is wrong?
This is what is wrong.
The grenouille? Oh, but you haven't touched them.
And what's more, I don't intend to. Look at the size of that order. $5 for one frog. I can't swallow that.
No, monsieur, you're wrong. Only the hind legs are used. There are 2 frogs there.
It's still exorbitary. Don't tell me frog's legs has jumped that high.
I do not know, monsieur. The chef, he sets the prices. Shall I send for him?
No, we'll go to him. Which way is the kitchen? Downstairs, eh? Well, come on, Molly. Let's get to the bottom of this.
But I tell you, $5 is most reasonable for frog's legs.
For them little things? There's about as much meat on them as a chicken wing.
But it is a great delicacy. Fresh grenouille. They are so hard to find.
Hard to find? Did you hear that, Molly?
Frankly, I'm no expert on the subject.
You don't have to be an expert. You know that swamp near the south end of Dugan's Lake? Why, it's got 1,000 frogs in there. 1,000, more likely 1,000,000. Why, at the rate you sell them for, that's $5 million worth of frogs. There for the picking.
Maybe, but I am a chef, not a frog picker. You bring them to me. I will pay you very well, yes. For every pound of fresh frog's legs, I will give you $1.25. But they must be fresh.
There are probably lots of kids who'd be glad to go out in $1.25 a pound, you said?
McGee, what are you thinking about?
Heck. Why, I bet I can go out there just one night and bring back 100 or 150 pounds of frogs.
Then you will make up to $200. And I can use that much every week.
You just made yourself a deal, Chefy. Come on, Molly. Let's go home so I can get ready for this frog hunting expedition.
What about our dinners out there? You're stuck for $10 whether we eat those frog legs or not, and I can't eat them.
Me either. I'm not paying for something That Mater D standing right by our table with the check, ain't he?
Yes. and a suspicious look.
I'll handle this. Oh, Chef, before we go...
Yes, what is it?
Kind of an oddball maitre d' you got out there. He claimed you'd get sore if we came out in the kitchen here. In fact, he claimed the hotel charges admission just to let people come out here in the kitchen to look at the chef.
What? That is ridiculous.
McGee, I didn't hear him say
Yeah, that's what he said. I guess he figured that'd keep us out, Chef. Would you mind hollering out to him and telling him not to...
Oh, that crazy Henri. Henri!
Yes, Armand.
These people, what do you mean there will be a charge for this?
A charge? Well, you mean we do not charge them?
Certainly not.
No charge, Henri.
That is ridiculous.
Very well, Armand, if you say so.
Heavenly days, if that isn't the slickest.
Well, thanks, Chef. I'll see you when I get the frogs lined up.
I will be waiting.
Tear up the check, Henri. You heard him. No charge. Garçon, my sombrero. Mrs. McGee, my arm. Come, my dear. Leave us partie.
Fibber and Molly will be right back. This is John Wald with a suggestion to cheer your busy day along. Let NBC Radio keep you entertained and informed with an exciting lineup of daytime favorites. For example, there's The Phrase That Pays every weekday morning, a fast and funny quiz show with Ted Brown as the man with the questions. And, you know, there's a big special feature about The Phrase That Pays that you should discover if you don't already know about it. It's this. You don't have to be in the studio audience to win prizes on The Phrase That Pays. No, sir. You, right there at home, can win some of the wonderful prizes Ted Brown gives away each morning. Why not listen tomorrow to The Phrase That Pays and find out how? It's easy and it's fun. Try it tomorrow and every weekday morning. And don't forget such other daytime favorites here on NBC as Strike It Rich, Second Chance, Welcome Travelers, and many more, including, of course, your afternoon lineup of dramatic stories like Just Plain Bill and Stella Dallas, all on NBC.
McGee, turn out the light so I can go to sleep.
As soon as I finish figuring. Boy, this frog hunting is too valuable a racket to pass up.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. Why, that chef at the Riss Vista will take $200 worth a week.
Oh, dear.
There must be hundreds of high-class places all over the U.S. which I can ship to. Why, I bet I could sell 15,000, 20,000 frogs a week. Ooh. Now I'm worried.
What are you worried about now?
Scared I may run out of frogs.
Ah, go to sleep.
Okay. Good night.
Good night, all.
Fibber, McGee, and Molly is an NBC Radio Network production, transcribed with Arthur Q. Bryan as Dr. Gamble, Fritz Feld as the maitre d', and Jack Moyles as the chef. Be sure to tune in tomorrow for more adventures with frogs and frogs' legs as Fibber goes into the frog hunting business at Dugan's Lake. This is John Wall saying good night.
71 years ago, September 20th, 1954, Fibber, McGee, and Molly, here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Join us tomorrow for comedy, as we will hear from Jack Benny, Jack Parr. We'll also have Father Knows Best at front and center with their guests, with Dorothy Lamour's guests, Amos and Andy. And we'll hear from Lum and Abner. That's all coming up tomorrow, right here on Classic Radio Theater. I'm Wyatt Cox.